Is chocolate made from a tree? The delicious secret of cacao.
Imagine walking in a forest and finding a tree that grows chocolate bars. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, it's not exactly like that, but chocolate does start from a tree. The cacao tree produces pods, and inside these pods are the precious beans that can be turned into chocolate. But how do these bitter beans become the sweet treat we all love? It's a magical journey. First, the beans are taken out of the pods, fermented, and dried under the sun. Then, they are roasted just like coffee beans. This roasting starts to bring out the chocolatey flavor. After that, the beans are crushed, and we get two things: cocoa solids, which is the base for chocolate, and cocoa butter, the creamy part. Mix these with sugar and milk, and voila, you've got chocolate. Next time you bite into a chocolate bar, think about this. You're actually eating something from a tree. Nature is not just about leaves and fruits. Sometimes, it gives us the yummiest of treats. So let's thank the cacao trees for their tasty beans that give us the chocolatey goodness we all enjoy.
Do you know the world's eye? An ocean unlike any other.
Have you ever seen an eye that's so big it can only be seen from space? This eye isn't like yours or mine. It's actually a mysterious ocean swirl called the Great Blue Hole. This giant underwater sinkhole is near the coast of Belize and is one of the world's largest. Over 300 meters across and about 125 meters deep, it's like the world's deepest swimming pool, only it's all natural. And guess what? It used to be a limestone cave that formed thousands of years ago during the last ice age. When the ice melted, the sea levels rose and flooded the cave, and its roof collapsed, creating this huge blue circle in the sea. Divers love exploring it because it's full of ancient stalactites and some rare fish, making it like an underwater time capsule. So, next time you're staring at a map, try to spot this eye looking back at you from the turquoise waters of the Caribbean. It's a natural wonder that's been winking at Earth from underground for centuries.
Slow and steady. Wins what? The turtle's time-defying trick.
Here's something that'll make you do a double take. Did you know that some turtles can breathe through their butts? Yup, you heard that right. While we need our noses to breathe, turtles have a trick up their shell called cloacal respiration. This special ability allows them to take in oxygen through their tail end, which comes in super handy for staying underwater longer and avoiding predators. Now, not all turtles can do this crazy breathing stunt, but for those that can, it's like having a hidden snorkel when they're chilling at the bottom of the pond. And here's another turtle surprise. Some of these shelled slowpokes can live to be over 100 years old. That's a lot of birthday candles. Scientists think their slow metabolism and chill lifestyles help them stay kicking for centuries. So the next time you see a turtle, remember this fun fact. They might just be holding their breath through their bottoms and could be way older than your great-grandpa.
Why don't honeybees get sick? The sticky shield of bees.
This might stick with you. Honeybees have their own special armor against bacteria, and it's honey. Ever wonder why honey can stay good for so long without going bad? That's because bees add a secret ingredient to it, an enzyme that makes hydrogen peroxide. That's the stuff we sometimes use on cuts to clean them. So in the hive, honey is like a natural preservative that protects their food from germs. And there's more. Bees also collect stuff called propolis, or bee glue, from trees, which they use to keep their hives super clean. Propolis has antibacterial properties, keeping the inside of the hive much cleaner than you might expect from a bug's house. Thanks to honey and propolis, bees have a sweet and sticky way of staying healthy. So, despite living in tight quarters where germs could spread fast, bees have it figured out. Nature's buzzing little workers aren't just making honey, they're crafting their very own germ shield.
Is watermelon a water boy or a rock-hard fruit?
Get ready for your mind to be a little bit blown. Watermelons are mostly water, right? Well, true. But did you know that they are also considered berries? Yes, you heard it. While we usually slice these juicy fruits up for a summertime treat, botanically speaking, they're part of the berry family. They're called pepo, which is a type of berry with a hard rind and no internal divisions, aka no sections inside. Crazy, isn't it? And here's a juicy tidbit. The watermelon originally came from Africa and it's been quenching people's thirst for thousands of years. Plus, it's not just the red part we can munch on. The seeds and even the rind are edible too. So that huge berry isn't just a picnic favorite, it's a whole meal in a striped green package. Now, when you're enjoying that sweet, refreshing bite at your next barbecue, you can drop the fun fact that you're actually berry healthy, chomping on a big, juicy berry.
Hear this, can plants jam to music's vibe?
Bet you can't guess who might also be bopping to tunes in your room. Your plants. Sounds like something out of a cartoon, doesn't it? But it's real. Some scientists believe that plants might actually grow better when music is playing. The vibrations from music waves are thought to stimulate plant growth. Imagine your cactus nodding to some cool jazz or your ferns swaying to classical symphonies. Different studies have shown that types of music with softer tones, like classical or jazz, can have a positive effect on plant health and growth. On the flip side, loud and harsh music may stress them out. Poor plants, right? It's not like they can get up and walk away from a blasting speaker. So if you're trying to grow a green thumb, consider treating your leafy friends to a nice melody. You could have a mini botanical concert in your own home. It's like your plants are having a silent disco, and you may just help them thrive with your playlist.
Moon shoes and dusty moves. Can footprints last forever?
Imagine walking somewhere and leaving footprints that could last for millions of years. No, it's not a fairy tale. It's what happens on the moon. Since there's no wind or water to blow or wash them away, the astronauts' footprints from the Apollo missions are still stamped there. It's like the moon has a memory foam that never forgets. And here's why. The moon has no atmosphere like Earth, so there's no weather. It's just space emptiness touching the ground. That means the marks we make can sit undisturbed for a really, really long time. So, Neil Armstrong's famous first step, that footprint is still up there, hanging out with a bunch of other astronaut footprints, spacecraft prints, and even some left-behind gear. If you ever feel like your impact on the world is small, just think about those footprints on the moon, quietly chilling out there, and it might just give a whole new meaning to leaving your mark on the world. Isn't space amazing?
Galactic slime trails. Did you know snails have thousands of teeth?
Next time you spot a snail, ponder this. Beneath those slow, sliding belly moves, there are thousands of teeth at work. No, they're not about to chomp into a burger, but these tiny critters have something called a radula. This is like a ribbon inside their mouths filled with rows of microscopic teeth. Snails use these to scrape up food, kind of like a mini cheese grater. They don't bite, they scrape and lick. These little teeth work so well that snails can even eat through materials like limestone and cement, which helps them to get the calcium they need for their shells. And here's where it gets even wilder. Snails can replace their teeth when they wear down. Imagine if you could grow a new set of teeth every time your old ones got dull. That would be some serious tooth fairy business. So remember that slow-moving snail next time. It's not just a slimy trail leaver. It's a remarkable little creature with a mouthful of toothy wonders.
Is a watermelon mostly water? Let's squash this question.
Ever thought a watermelon is just a tasty snack for a hot summer's day? Well, there's more to it than meets the tongue. Believe it or not, about 92% of a watermelon is water. That's right, nearly all of this big green fruit is made up of good old H2O. But wait, it gets even juicier. Because of all that water content, watermelons are super hydrating. They can quench your thirst and keep you refreshed, just like a glass of water. The other 8%, that's where the vitamins and minerals are hiding, along with natural sugars that give watermelons their sweet taste. In fact, ancient travelers used to carry watermelons as a substitute for drinking water. Imagine using a watermelon as a water bottle. So next time you bite into a sweet, juicy slice, remember you're not just eating a fruit, you're sipping on nature's own tasty water canteen. Hydration never tasted so good.
Can kangaroos outjump basketball players? The jumping showdown of the century.
Imagine if kangaroos played basketball, they'd probably win every slam dunk contest. Why? Because kangaroos are born jumpers. A typical kangaroo can leap over 9 meters in a single bound. That's 30 feet. Compare that to the world's best human long jumpers who can jump about 29 feet. And when it comes to vertical jumps, an average roo jumps about 6 feet high, while professional basketball players usually max out around 4 feet vertically. Plus, here's a bouncing bonus. Kangaroos can't move backward, only forward. Their strong hind legs and big feet are like natural pogo sticks, and their tails help them balance. They can't walk normally, so they hop everywhere, making it their signature move. But kangaroos use jumping for more than just fun. They travel quickly across Australia's vast landscapes, reaching speeds up to 35 miles per hour. So in the ultimate jump-off, kangaroos have the upper hand, or better yet, the stronger legs.